now, alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pork cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what a drums at.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds in the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Burrow on play action. Over the middle, it's complete. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's got some space here. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards on the ground. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Penalty and negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Inside handoff, Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Shut him down. Let's do this.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. You know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Powell. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Bengals are going to... take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this.
Oh, Hal loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Powell out of the shotgun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Miller in motion right. They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll...
You don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. A 1st down carry for Henry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Pistol. Back six. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This goes out wide from Mixon. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
11.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
12.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Check back six. Let's go.
First down, Howell to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll roll him out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 42-0. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, Howell loses it. And the Bengals grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike six. Here we go. 19 tight. Check back. Mike six. You ain't got nothing. Mike six. 3 bucks.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Howell. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down. And now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 22, Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
That one goes for 30 yards. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. From the 4, it's second and a couple. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on down. The Bengals drive about to get going. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
11 MT tape.
Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big in scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sam Hubbard able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, and absolutely astounding.
And that's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Henry again on second down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Under 10, under 10, 10.
What's that?
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
He'll buy some time right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Miller in motion right. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.